guys, so everyone's seen my stone. So I'm gonna cheat here a little bit. I'm trying to sound mystical. This stone is from a place that's not here. I forget. And I think India. I wrote it down somewhere. Brazil. And it represents self-acceptance, self-confidence, overcoming emotional trauma, pent-up anger, bitterness, and resentment. So I was thinking of last week, we took all of our little words and we put them in a bowl, and I took a picture, but they did all evaporate, so the words were gone. So now we're gonna shift to allowing safety, security, triumph, and success to enter and to live in harmony with the universe. So it's just to show like it's rough on one side and like, you know, beautiful on the other. I don't know, that's...
I sleep with crystals and I wake up with them all over the place.
Ah!
Awesome. Sometimes indented.
Oh my gosh.
Because I put them around me. And sometimes I sleep with it just like that.
So that must be like they're trying to like get inside.
I know, my names are sucking it. All the toxins in me pulled
It's
in
working.
the crystal.
And then you get stabbed a little bit. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's still worth it.
So we are gonna start with Ganesh Mudra. So we take all of our top fingers together except our index and our thumb. So interlacing energy. Good. And you can just close your eyes over and let it fall, maybe at your navel or at your ankles. And just breathe into this mudra. This mudra represents the interlacing of difficulties that we're overcoming, and also openness to new strength, and how we're able to be so resilient with anything that comes our way, like ministry. So just breathe into this knowing, this interconnectedness of the hard and the soft and the beauty and the roughness. Take 2 more breaths here. Good, guys. And then we'll start by just making rolls with our neck. And then the other way. It'd be cool if I could get big crystals that like reflect all the light one day. That's what I'm picturing.
My friend has like a
Ooh, oh, so that's what I'm like 1, 2, 3, like just.
cost her like a fortune. So beautiful.
But she can say she has it. And it's her mirror.
And all of her house like centers.
Oh my gosh, that's actually wow, worth it. Balance.
Those crystal bathtubs.
Wow.
Put the crystal with it. And I was like,
Oh.
I'm just like,
Good idea.
She starts chiseling away.
cucumber plants are dying.
I know, Phillips.
You have good years, you have bad years.
This is why we have rodents. I just can't. Everything that dies, you just. Sorry, guys. I'm just follow what I'm doing. I keep talking. No, keep talking, but I'm not leading you.
It wasn't as chatty last week. I was feeling like today.
I know it's cute. Well, and it's summer, and it's like, wow, the parents are like.
Summer vacation.
There's so many that are like, now we need this more than like everyone already is like, oh my god.
I delivered my bus and I cried.
Oh, sad.
Aww.
I was like, oh my gosh.
You're like, I am a bus driver.
I get up on it at 5 a.m. every day.
That's such a routine, right?
I woke up this morning at 4 and I was like, why? Go to bed.
Aw. And then we're gonna place our right arm down, and this time actually bringing our left hand to the nape of our neck and opening up to the side. This Sam, I remember the day you said, I'm gonna be a bus driver.
I remember I told you last summer I really wanted to do it, and then we were in the parking lot of the school, and I was like,
And you
I'm
did
doing it.
It's like, wow, that was fast. Good. And then maybe for one last inhale, see if you can bring that elbow up to the sky. Good, and then we're gonna let ourselves just sway on over to the other side, dropping that left hand or elbow, and then bringing that right hand to the nape of the neck, opening up here. Deep breaths into that side chest channel. Awesome. We'll just do one more sway side to side. So just over and over. Just kidding. One more on each side. Just suddenly felt like we needed to sway. Good. And then we're just going to roll out through our wrists. Get out any nicks and kinks.
You guys sore last week because I felt out of shape afterwards.
I think my legs were sore.
Yes, mine were too.
I actually was, and I was laughing. So I'm like, poor Jess who wanted this like calm.
I was like, yeah.
We're just gonna stick out our left leg, keeping our right leg in.
I know what move it was too. That one where we were at the side.
Oh yes, it's the it's not.
That one.
I was gonna say it's not like almost like the sore muscles from working out. It's like just stretching them. Like it's whew.
Even move that way on.
Yes. We're gonna drop our right arm down. We're going right for it. We're gonna lift up, continuing on with that sway. Good. Exhale down and see if you can lift up, pop up on the other side. Yeah. As we speak about. Good. And one more here. Awesome. And this time we're actually going to turn towards our right leg and see if we can drop our knee to our nose to our knee. Feel that stretch, hopefully on the right groin. As we inhale on our fingertips, just see if you can kind of do a couple little ocean-like sways on top of that knee. Two more here. Really feeling into that sway. Good. And then we'll walk over to the left knee and see if we can hold it and just twist. And lastly, see if you can take that left arm up and over. Like holding on to anything, literally anything. Good, guys, and release. And then we'll sway it over to the other side. If you have to, just do a little windshield before you get over there. Do it up. Funny, Sam, I was telling you about like I thought I had mosquito bites for once, and it was poison ivy actually.
Oh no.
But it luckily didn't get to like the like seeping state. Yeah. It was just I'm like, oh, here I was rolling around the grass, telling everyone to roll the grass. I'm like, don't roll. It wasn't here though. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just funny. I was like, I'm Sam. Just live in the grass. It's fine. Be one with.
I have a ton of them.
Oh.
They do my grass.
We have some too.
And I'm sure that, yeah, you're like, you don't look.
Most of the time it doesn't grow like this though.
No,
Yeah.
it's in,
like
yeah. But it was just so weird. It was like just like little dots, but just on the tops of my knees. I'm like, oh, it's gotta be mosquito bites.
Did
And
you get it in Alberta?
I think we got it in our bush, but it must have been like,
Oh.
I was like that it just hit the tops of my knee, or like that it whipped them or something. I have no idea. Because I promise I no longer pee in the bush. Like I do go in the middle of the field. Like I learned that lesson.
Anytime now that I'm outdoors, I immediately go inside and wash my body because they say if the oil stands,
Yes,
you
it's
don't-
the
obviously
oil.
Don't touch it,
Yep.
right?
Because then
When
you
go
bring it.
wash it, then you're good.
Yeah.
So I got in the habit of doing that because I got poison ivy so bad.
Oh.
I think it works. Like
That's
washing
no, it's the. You're right. It's the oils. And then swaying. Again, 2 more here. Just letting yourself fully collapse into that space you created. Good. And then again, we're going to twist over to the right side this time, looking back at our right hand. And then inhale that right arm up and over. Sweet summertime. Good, guys. And then from here, we're going to drop that right arm down and see if we can lift. Good. I did that on purpose. I'm not kidding. And then we'll switch over to, so that you could like nail it on the next one. Good. Done. And then we'll just sway to the one side again. And sway to the other. Good. And then just windshield wipering our knees. Awesome, guys. We're going to bring our feet together and just let gravity do its work here. And we're going to make fists with our hands because we're strengthening it today. So we're going to inhale and exhale towards the right. Good. We're going to do 5 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Pull it all the way. I think last one. Good. And then inhale our arms up and just shake it out. Good.
Does anyone want to go to the albums and fun stuff this weekend?
Oh, I didn't even know there was.
You know,
Like the-
painting.
Oh, like for the.
blow-up guns.
Well,
Fireworks.
that's a good idea. Yep.
Trying to spread the word.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't even talk and do this. Like, I know, Sam. We should totally go. And one more. Good. Just shake it out. Yeah, I work on Canada Day, but then my sister-in-law's having like a party kind of thing after with fireworks. I'm like, okay, I'll bring the kids. But yeah, normally
We go.
yeah. Sorry, I was just itching me. All right, so from here, we're gonna pop onto our hands and knees. And this time, we're gonna actually make fists, again, coming back to our strength without actually having to do any strength poses. And just do a couple cat-cows, so dropping our belly down. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, tuck. Push up and really push up through those knuckles. Good. 2 more like that. Exhale, really feel the energy from the ground all the way up. Good. And last one. Grounding up. Excellent. And then you can release those, and if you want to just like do this, twinkle your fingers, twinkle your tips, I don't know. And then we'll take our right foot out to the side. Good. And then from here, see if you can drop back onto that back leg. And staying where you are, last option if you want it is to inhale that left arm up and maybe bringing it through that little window you've created on the right side. Just feeling the twist and the stretch two opposing forces. Amazing. And then we'll slowly uncurl that arm, coming back to center. What was I gonna have us do? It was something cool, I swear. From here, then we're gonna lift our right leg up and opposite left arm, and see if we can do 3 knees to elbows. Sorry guys, you're so strong, and use that fist in front of you. Just be like, oh, it helps, I swear. Last one. Awesome, release, just pop the hips side to side. Awesome. And then this time taking our left leg out to the side and seeing if we can drop our hips back. Staying right where you are, already feeling a deep stretch, or maybe inhaling our left arm. Or wait, was that right? This way, sorry. Right arm up, and then twisting over to the left. You can try it the other way too. A little more resistance. So feeling yourself relaxing into that right shoulder, and also stretching into that left leg. Awesome, one more deep breath here. And we'll come back up through center. I using the grass to like grip you up. And then from here, see if you can inhale that left leg up, right arm up. Deep breath, punch, and exhale. 2 more. Sam, I love that. I was like, I salute you. Good, and last one, and drop it down. And again, just bumping our hips side to side. And we'll come into a child pose, but we're gonna bring our knees wide and actually tuck our toes. So kind of putting some pressure onto our toes. Did I say that right? So instead of letting the tops of our toes come to our mat, we are pushing through the bottoms of our toes. Breathing here is intense. I ruined child's pose for all of them. Good. 2 more deep breaths here. So then as we come up, we'll just tap through those toes. Good, releasing. And then, ooh, Charlie horse. Tuck our toes, pushing up into our downward facing dog. Pedaling out through our heels. Maybe try to look through that right armpit. And then maybe trying to look through the left armpit. Awesome, guys. And then we're gonna go through 2 chaturangas, but I'm trying to do something I tried to do last week. So we're gonna inhale. So anyways, you can either keep both feet on the ground, and we're gonna inhale forward, chaturanga, and then back to up dog. Or you can take that right foot and see if you can do a little tree pose while you're in your down dog. And then we're gonna inhale forward, exhale chaturanga, maybe keeping that foot where it is. I know, options. And then inhale. This had me so excited last week, and then I was like, I can't do this to them. Now it's only 3, so it's not as big.
So the first one, what was the other one again?
So the first option is down dog and then forward, exhale chaturanga. up, dog, and then back.
Oh.
I know I didn't really get to show that I was. So we can do that one more time, or you try the other side, maybe bringing that left leg to our tree pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. It feels so strange. It's like I have like a little stand or something. Good, and then just pedal that out. Hoo-wee. Good job, guys. And then from here, we're gonna step our left leg just outside our left hand. So coming into lizard pose. Good, we're gonna drop that right leg. Awesome, guys. We're gonna let us roll over our left ankle slightly. So you can stay right here. If it's in your practice, you can drop down to elbows or just stay exactly where you are. Just really breathe. Awesome. And if you aren't on your elbows, another option too is you can try to gently guide that left knee out. Too many options. One more breath before popping back up to our hands, and then maybe just taking a look back at your back leg. Amazing, and maybe taking that left arm back. Amazing. It's like the last option is, yeah, no. You can try to kick up that back leg if you really want and see if you can grab it, but that's it for options. All right, and then we'll switch back to the front. We're gonna counteract that just by stretching out through that left leg. So leaning back, stretching out through our left leg. Option to sit on the heel or just stay lifted. Rolling out through our ankle. Good, and then we'll inhale back to the front of our mat, dropping our left knee and replacing it with our right. So right foot steps beside the right leg. Maybe you pop your knee just slightly back. Don't actually pop your knee, but good. And then again, rolling over that right ankle. Staying right where you are. Or if you want, you can drop down to your elbows. Maybe the sides feels a little different. If you can still wiggle your toes, we're good. It's always how I gauge. So finding your edge, but not trying to push that edge. And then if you are still up, you still have that option to push that right leg slightly out. It's getting deeper into that groin. This is very strengthy music, I must say. My kids love this. And then TNT, which is like terrible. I never recognize the lyrics, but they'll be like, I'm lightning McQueen, or like, they'll be like, lock up your donuts. All right, and then we're gonna, sorry guys, we're gonna look back at our back leg. And then maybe taking our right arm back, looking back, feeling that stretch coming up all through the left side. Good, inhaling back through center. And then coming onto our heel, pushing it back. Maybe staying here, or maybe coming back to your heel. Rolling out through our heels. and then we'll come back through center. Awesome, guys. Bringing our knees together. If you want, just coming back for a quick child's pose with our toes not crunched. Oh yeah, that wind is gearing us up now. It was supposed to be thunder apparently at 6, but we had the power to just divert those clouds, guys. Awesome, guys. And then on a next inhale, we'll push up through center, tucking our toes all the way up into downward facing dog. And then from here, we're gonna step our left foot forward, pivoting our right foot to a 45-degree angle. And then gearing up, inhale, bring it up into our warrior. And if you want to open up really through the chest, feeling like you have the world on your shoulders. And then just like getting rid of that feeling. Good. And then from here, we're gonna pivot coming into warrior 2. Our warriors. And then Tina's done this with me before, but we're going to take our front hand. Did I do that right? Okay, wait. Opposite. Okay, so we're gonna bring our right arm up to the front, clap, because like power, and then let it roll back, and fling shot, clap, yes, one more. Woo! Perfect. And then from here, we're gonna twist back into our peaceful warrior, just straightening out through that front leg, coming on to our heel. Amazing, pushing back through warrior 2. Okay. And then we're gonna drop our hands to frame that foot. I haven't told you what we're doing. And then see if you can lift that right leg up. So coming into a standing split. And just like before, 3 crunches, we got it. We're gonna drop that right foot to the back of the left ankle, tap, and up. Just tap it in. And one more. Good. And then last option, if you want to tap that back foot and see if you can lift up your front foot. Yes, you got it. I don't even know what that pose is called, but here we are. And then staying where you are, you could come down to, so option 1, you can come to a standing forward fold. Or option 2, maybe you bend through that left knee and see if you can inhale your arms up, coming into warrior 3 from here. Woot! Yeah, I didn't like that option. Yeah, it's like my glutes. I know, and like, you know, some popping, releasing. And like, we gotta do warrior series, because, all right. You got it. The other option too, Sam, is if you want to start, like, step your left foot forward and then slowly pivot up. That way is the other way. You got it.
I think that's the better version.
Awesome. Okay, let's release. Let's just bring it down. Do the Reggie Ann. Now it sucks because we know what's coming. That's what I always hate about it. It's like everyone's with you the first time and then the next going side to side. Another option is maybe you grab opposite elbows, or maybe you try to wrap those elbows behind your knees. Nothing's better, just different. Amazing. Okay, now, do you remember? So, okay. So now we're gonna step our left leg back, pivoting to a 45-degree angle in the back, gearing up to inhale, up, ah, warriors. And if you want a big fist, just for, just to humor me, I guess. Good, I'm like, and then we gotta start like, all right, and then we're gonna twist over. Good, and then same thing, so taking that left arm back to meet the front. Just engage, and then exhale, let it fall over your body, and yes, 2 more. Feel that electric energy, or swat some bugs. If you catch one, you get like 10 points, I don't know. You get a freezy. Good, and then from here, reset, bringing that, left arm back, popping into our right knee, and then inhale, look up, and maybe straighten out through that right leg. Good, and then again, letting your body flow forward to frame that right foot. So option here to pop your left foot forward to come into a forward fold, or we inhale our left leg up, still fingertips on the ground, standing split. I know, that's the enticing part, and then we remove that. And then 3, 2, 1, and tap. And inhale. This is why I can't be an instructor. And tap, and in, and tap.
You're the best instructor.
Oh gosh. No, absolutely not. All right, and the last time it taps down again, see if you can inhale that right foot. Twinkle toes. Good, and then you can stay in the longest fold ever, or you can, so yeah, you can start to inhale that left leg up and see if you can lift your arms up. Or you can step the right leg back and then step it forward and lean forward. 2 ways to kind of get into it. And know that you can still use the ground. That is perfect. And maybe you okay, that's worse. Offset your arms. So just find your drishti point, that one leave. Not a 4-leaf clover. Okay.
There's a lot of nightmares.
I thought that would be it. You see them? You've seen them?
My brother always finds them, and then he's like,
Oh my gosh.
go find one. I was like, I never found them. He's like,
That's
there's one, there's one, there's one, there's a 5-leaf one, there's a 6-leaf one, there's a 5-leaf one. I was like,
That is very lucky.
That is
I was like, are you radioactive or something?
Are you a real
never
human?
seen one.
He's the luckiest man alive. We've got to catch
You
that
just put
in.
like radiation over my lung.
You got a lottery ticket.
I saved them all in a little, I dried them.
Hey, I was gonna say proof.
There's a lottery ticket out there that's I think 70 million, but no one's claimed it. It's got a deadline on it coming up.
Stop.
Your bosses. Ripping apart your
Yeah,
house.
no kidding. All of these clovers would make 70 that
Got my clovers.
Yeah.
I don't buy them, so it's
I don't
No,
know.
no,
I'm not a
looking for
gambler
it.
at all.
Every day it's like,
But then
oh,
you hear it and you're just like,
I
oh.
went to Vegas and didn't gamble once because I'm not a
I
gambler.
have my 86-year-old grandma has always gambled. And I said, I'm like, for my 32nd birthday,
Yeah.
you're taking me gambling. I still,
Yeah.
it's like psychological. Like, I can't
Maybe
do
that's
it.
what my birthday. I'm 32 on
See?
Sunday.
Okay,
And that's what maybe we'll go to the casino.
I knew it was coming up because last
Yeah, because last year.
gotta
I
put it
enjoyed
on my
it on
Dutch
my-
calendar. Yeah. Okay.
My 30th redo we did last
Yeah,
year.
I know. Hey, you were allowed. Oh. I don't
I
know.
should have a 30th redo.
Yeah,
we
do
all-
it. We did it last year.
Tina's gonna have it too. We're all.
Yeah.
redo, yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Gee.
Next week's theme.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone dress up
Yeah.
the year you were born.
Love
That'd be
it.
fun.
It's all coming back.
I'll come
I
up
want my bell
I'll dress up
bottoms.
in Spice Girls. 90s baby.
Yes, the spice mice, right?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
always so.
Northern Getaway.
Yeah. From here, we're gonna drop down actually to our Malasana squat. We're just going right into it. And this time, if you can, I want us to really get groovy with it. So really roll out through the balls of your feet up until the heels. And just see where you can get on each side. Good, guys.
This feels nice.
I know. I thought of this the other. Well, I've seen it before, but I've never I'm always like. It's doable. Good, guys. And then we're going to somehow bring our knees together. Good. And drop them. And then inhale them up. And exhale, whoop. Inhale up. It's like a crunch bringing it to you, kind of. Good. That's what I'm calling our abs workout. Okay, and then from here, we're gonna step both toes back and exhale down to our bellies. Amazing. Okay. And then we're gonna inhale left arm up. So literally Superwoman. And then, oh, that's a floss, a toe floss. And then grabbing hold of our right foot behind us and seeing if we can push through, feeling that deep quad stretch. We all, just imagine you're just flying through the air. Good. Exhale and switch and release that fist. Notice the tingles. Or maybe you can't release it. I was like, awesome. 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop it. And just bump your hips side to side. Good. And on your next inhale, making those fists again with both hands. Inhale, see if you can lift them up and lift your back feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Amazing. Bumping our hips side to side again. Maybe giving yourself a fist bump. And then same option again. Or next option is to grab hold of that left foot and this time kick it up and see if you can kick your leg up. Good. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Good. Exhale. Amazing. And do the other side. Good. So grabbing hold this time of the right leg and seeing if you can kick it up and maybe stretch out through the left hand. Ooh, you actually look like superheroes. I'm not kidding. Take off. Okay, exhale. Okay, you are welcome to stay right where you are, or your last boost of energy. Maybe you grab hold of both feet. 3, 2, 1, and lift up. Exhale and inhale. Make sure you're breathing. I can always tell when I can see you guys moving a little bit. Okay, release. Amazing. Okay, both hands on top. And just breathe here. A little pillow. Maybe you flutter kick your legs. Just tapping. Resetting the cells. Awesome. And then from here, we're gonna just do a little side twist. So bringing our right arm out into a little 90-degree angle or goalpost or cactus arm. Straightening out through our left hand and then shifting onto our right hip and seeing if we can bring our left foot back and over. Again, option if you want, you can make fists with your hands. Really feel that stretch in your right shoulder. Good. Inhaling back through center. Opposite hand, so left arm goalpost, bringing our left ear to the ground. I don't know if I said that before, so hopefully you weren't cranked the other way. And then popping our hips over towards the right. Maybe you keep them stacked like this, or maybe you bring that right leg over.
There's a hawk flying over.
I thought that's what it was. I've seen a crow at first. Good. Inhaling back through center. And then just bringing our fingertips in front of us just to reverse that stretch. We're going to inhale, push up, look up. Doing 3 like that. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale forward. And one more. Amazing. Now, if you guys feel, I don't even know the word, slassy back, you guys can just flip on over to your backs. So we're gonna come into Shavasana the opposite way with our heads facing me.
Oh.
Or is that right? Does that make sense? If we flipped, yeah. It's not as graceful as I made it seem. Just pancake yourself over. Awesome, guys. We're gonna bring our knees in towards our chest, just rocking side to side. Perfect. And then from here, we're gonna straighten out through our right leg. Inhaling left knee in towards our chest. And then we're gonna try to straighten out through that left leg. And making a couple circles with the ankle. The other way. And then this time, if we can, we're gonna let that left leg fall out to the side. So rather than twisting, we're again opening up through our groin. And maybe inhaling right arm overhead. And last option, maybe coming to a little tree, seeing if you can tuck that left foot in towards our right groin. Standing tree, it's much easier. Well, maybe not. Awesome. And then if that knee was bent, letting it flow over towards the right side. deep breath in this twist. As we inhale back to center. And then this time bringing our right knee in towards our chest, straightening out through our left leg. And then straightening out through our right leg, just twirling through our ankle. And then from here, letting that right leg fall over, right leg fall over to the right. Maybe straightening out through our left arm overhead. And maybe bending that knee, seeing if we can tuck that right foot in towards our left groin or just above our left knee. And then letting it follow its way over towards the left side, both arms outstretched. Two more deep breaths here. Inhale back through center, grabbing hold of both of our knees, swaying side to side. And before we bring it down, we're going to bring both our legs up, maybe crunching through those toes, imagining yourself making fists with your toes. Watching the clouds pass by. Imagining your thoughts doing the same thing. Just noticing. Maybe bringing one hand to your heart and one to your belly. Feeling your breath and your heartbeat. Notice the strength it takes just to hold something. Any tingling or dis-ease, we know that it does come to an end in rest. This pose is supposed to help with Shavasana all night long, so hopefully 5 more deep breaths here. Little core strength as we let our feet with control slowly fall to the floor. The slower you go, the more fired up you will feel. It's your own vibrato. Good. Exhale, let both those feet fall to the ground. bending here, letting our palms face up, toes fall out to the sides. As the sun goes down a full circle, we know that the moon is always a full circle as well. Even as it appears, its shapes are changing.